That's right. We're going there. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Maybe some Lakers fans coming in too, possibly any Lakers fans, hopefully not. Congratulations to the winners of the jersey last night and the plushie giveaway. So happy for you guys. I found an article from Aaron Allen talking about Steph Castle, and I got to thinking about these two compared to the two behind him. Am I really going to compare the two? I am in a few moments, but let's get into the article from Aaron Allen first. Maybe they'll give us a little context about where I'm going with this. Stefon Castle was always going to carry the weight of great expectations during his rookie year. The former five-star recruit has felt the pressure getting to you, Bennett. Of stardom on his shoulders since he was in high school near Atlanta and has lived up to the hype every step of the way. Fair so far? As the numerically larger and physically smaller half of the Area 51 duo, Castle was drafted by the Spurs with the hope that he could be the backcourt partner San Antonio desperately needed to solidify their young core alongside budding superstar Victor Wembanyama. And so far, he has looked the part. He's top 5 in his class in both points and assists and leads all rookies in steals. He's second among all rookie guards in total rebounds. But no amount of flashy highlights or stuff box scores will pull attention away from the one glaring hole in Castle's game. His abysmal three-point shooting has been a constant hindrance to what could otherwise be a runaway Rookie of the Year campaign. And Spurs fans, it's all going to be fine. The scouting report on Castle has been out for a while now, and everyone has certainly included something to the effect of not a threat from beyond the arc. By the way, Air LML working fine now. I just decided to shut my wireless card off. So can't load it, it's not there, right? Anyway, Castle shot 27% from deep in one season at UConn and has stayed the course relatively flat to that, shooting just 25% from beyond the arc so far this season. Now, while it might be frustrating to see Castle continue to take shot after shot after shot after shot and see just a quarter of them go in, it's also part of the Spurs' plan. It might seem odd that Castle is in the top 10 rookies in three-point attempts while shooting as poorly as he has been, but our Spurs have seemingly made a conscious push to get Castle to hunt for his shot and accept whatever outcome that may bring. It's the right decision to make. And I while reading, I was like, is it? And then as I continue to read, I'm like, you know what? Let's go. If he wants to reach the ceiling that Spurs and their fans believe he's capable of as the 1B to Wemby's 1A, Castle needs to be the guy that others on the team look to carry them when their shot isn't falling, not the other way around. That's going to take live, in-game reps that, at his current rate, will lead to a lot of missed threes. The Spurs are smartly betting that the long-term value of Castle getting these reps, growing comfortable, figuring out what shots he wants to take, and developing that scoring instinct is worth way more than whatever impact these missed shots might have on a game-to-game basis right now. We're not in win now mode, and I get what Aramel is saying. It's like, if you really believe you took this guy 4th overall, if you can believe he's something special, and I do based on this thumbnail, what I'm going to talk about in a moment, but you think he's something special, you got to let him learn trial by error. And there's going to be errors, there's going to be turnovers, there's going to be missed shots. But if you're going to invest in this guy heavily, which I believe the Spurs are going to, then you got to let him let the shots fly. And I'm glad Mitch Johnson. Say what you about Mitch Johnson. I know a lot of you aren't happy with him lately. I get it. But he's starting Stefon Castle when guys are out. And quite frankly, maybe he's just stay in the starting lineup. I don't know. Especially with Jeremy Sohan's recent injuries, maybe to keep him healthy, maybe coming off the bench wouldn't be the worst thing. My only concern is it does give us kind of a small lineup out there with Steph, but it is going to unlock the maximum potential out of Castle as he's surrounded by 4 guys that can shoot. Barnes, Vassell, Wemby, and Paul. Usually shoot, depending on the night. So if you're worried about Castle's jumper, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. Fair. But also, chill. It's going to be okay. He's still young. Be patient and see what he looks like after a full offseason of work. When he comes back next year, comfortable looking for his shot and knocking him down consistently, remember what I told you. It's all part of the plan. All right. Nicely said, Air Alamo. So, yes, his shooting splits are not great right now. They're 39, 25, 71, but a lot of rookies shoot sub 40% from the field, sub 30% from 3. I would like to see his free throw shooting take a big leap up. If you're going to be the guy that's in there at the end of the games, you got to be hitting at least 80%, and I expect 80% out of my guards. I just do. The three-point shot, I do feel will come. Now, in regards to the other things, this thumbnail, let's get into this. Steph Castle is 6'6", 215 pounds. He's not a small guy. You know who's about the same size? Kobe Bryant. I was actually shocked, about the same height, about the same weight. And I know you're saying TSR, do not compare the two. How could you ever, especially your Lakers fan, how can you compare this rookie to Kobe Bryant? Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm seeing, from watching Steph Castle, a bit of that Mamba mentality. Guy, I really am. I really do see it night in and night out. Last night, a great example. There was a rebound where he was the only Spur flying around the court to go get it. And I was like, wow, just effort and just hustle and that desire to win that not all players have. There are other players that may see a play like that play out and be like, I'm going to fix my hair. You know what I'm talking about. There's also the fact that he drives to the rim with no fear, regardless of who is waiting. Yeah, sure, he may get his shot blocked or turn the ball over or get fouled, but he goes in there with no fear. He's shown to be a very capable above the rim finisher, and there's no lack of confidence of shooting, even when his shot isn't going down or he makes a mistake. A game a few nights ago against the Lakers, his first shot, I believe it was, he missed an absolutely easy layup. Some young players, they miss a shot like that, would get down and be like, oh man, maybe stop shooting, whatever, it would affect their game. Didn't affect him at all. He just moved on, the play happened, go on to the next play. Just like when he makes a big play, huge dunk, it happened, off to the next play. If he practices, yeah, we're talking about practice, as hard as he plays, he is going to be so good for us. I mean, not right now, we can't expect him to be putting up 20 and 10, just crazy numbers in his rookie year. He's not ready to do that yet. He's not at that point. But I think he is going to be really, really good. And it's because I'm telling you, I'm seeing that mentality, that win at any cost mentality, that just go get it, that I'm not going to give up. I'm seeing that in him already. I've said it before throughout the season, but he has that special it factor that you want to see, especially in young players. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make it happen. And I love seeing that in him. I know I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, guys. Maybe I'm hopeful, but I do really feel that's what's happening there. So as far as this back there, Stefon Castle would play the part of Kobe. Victor Wembanyama would play the part of Shaq. But this ain't going to be Shaq and Wemby number 2. It's not going to be Shaq and Wemby 2. This ain't going to be Shaq and Kobe 2. It's not. Because it's going to be Area 51. So Spurs fans, drop a comment down below. Do you think I'm crazy thinking that, we could have a duo similar to what the Lakers had in late 90s, early 2000s? Was it early 2000s more so? Late 90s, early 2000s. Do you think we could have something like that where we have the dominant big man, the dominant guard? I think it's very possible. Lakers fans, if you're stopping in, is this absolute blasphemy to even compare the two at all? Especially when they're so young and haven't won anything like the guys behind them have? I'm just having a little fun today, and if they can do what they did on the court, but keep it together, we're going to be in good times for sure as Spurs fans. Hit the thumbs up, like, support the channel, and subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.
Go Spurs go, 'cause the Giants stay.